Welcome back to West Kentucky Blue Collar Outdoors. Here we are on the first weekend of duck season in Western Kentucky. It's good to see you guys back again. Thank you all so much for your comments. Thank you all for subscribing to our YouTube channel. And hey, check out Facebook too and like our Facebook page, West Kentucky Blue Collar Outdoors. We're here with another product review and we're bringing it to you live from the swamp. So as you can see, we've been doing some duck hunting this morning. Killed a few mallards, killed a greenhead or two, and we always love to do that. But today's product shot is going to be on decoys. Now, I know all of us out there have tried different types of decoys and we spent different amounts of money, and it depends on what a person likes, but you could have a decoy for everything if you want to. Now, we love our decoys and we understand and we know that when we put money into a decoy, that it's an investment. It's one of those things that you spend some money on. And what I found out in the great outdoors and buying hunting supplies is you usually get what you pay for. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a product that is probably going to be at the upper end of your price list, but it's also going to be one of the best lasting decoys that you can buy. And so what we're spotlighting on today is the Dakota brand decoys. Now, those of you that don't know Dakota, you haven't been around much in the duck hunting world the last 6 or 7 years, because Dakota has started making one of the premier decoys in the duck hunting line. And so I'm going to show you actually different years worth of decoys from Dakota that I have had. Now, I get the flocked head Dakotas. I don't get the extreme flock, but I get the flocked heads that come in a variety of different shapes and poses. And these are the flocked green heads. Now, they're not the FFDs, they're not the fully flocked decoys, but they are the flocked head decoys. Now, these Dakotas actually come with 2 sets of heads. They come with a flocked set and they come with a non-flocked set. And these are just the flocked heads that I've put on from my first set that I bought 4 years ago. Now, as you can see, we hunt in the swamp and we're not kind to these. We'll pick them up with rig 'em rights and we'll put them in a dozen bundle and we'll just throw them down in a bag. We don't put them in separate pocket compartments. We don't have those type of bags. We've got the big tanker bags where you just pick them up a dozen, 15 at a time, and you set them down in the bag. So here's what I'm going to show you about these Dakotas. And you know, here at Western Kentucky Blue Collar Outdoors, we want you to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let me tell you the good about these Dakota decoys. First of all, they last. The Dakota decoys, the flocked heads, I was really skeptical about them when I first got them. So let me show you a 4-season decoy from Dakota. Now, this is a 4-season decoy right here. Now, Hunter, if you can get up close on that right there and show the folks at home that head right there. Now, you can see that is the first of 3 dozen Dakota decoys that I have used. Now, you can see the paint on it has held up really well. Now, there's some chipping and there's some abrasions on the flocked head, but overall it's been a decoy that's held up. And again, we're not gentle with these. We drag them through the swamp and we pick them up a dozen at a time and put them in those big tanker bags. Now let me show you one that is 2 years old and compare them. Okay, here is a 2-year-old Dakota decoy. Now you can see that there's been some discoloration on the head. Both of them have had about the same damage on the flocking. It's held up really well though. You can see some of it is flaked a little bit, but it's not something that you would take back or something you'd say, well, that product didn't last, because that has held up really well. Look at the color on the beaks, the color on the backs, the color on the breast and on the sides. It is held up from 4 years or 4 seasons, and this is 3 seasons right here. Now let me show you one from and compare it to one that's had a season and a half worth. This is the newest that I have. Not quite 2 seasons on these. And again, if I compare this with one that's 3 years older, you can see that the color is just a little more vibrant. Again, these have a little mud on them. I probably could have done a little better job cleaning on them before the year started this year. A little staining. So you see that. But the heads, you see how vibrant they are. And again, folks, this is a 4-season decoy right here that has not been treated very kind. And of course, this is a 1.5-season decoy that looks just almost new. I can tell you the good about these is not only that they last, the good about these is that they're oversized. I know some of you used to buy the Magnums when G&H used to have those, and some of the companies were making those. We really like those oversized decoys. Well, the Dakotas are a little bigger than what a standard size is. They also swim very well. Hunter, if you could pan around and look at just these 4. Than any of the other decoys brands that I've had, even though they've got the size to them and some of the other things. Now, that's the good. We think they look good, we think they hold up good, we think they swim good. Now let me tell you the bad and maybe even the ugly. If there is a negative to these, if you're going to be packing a dozen, 2 dozen decoys through the swamp, these are heavy. Now Dakota has come out with a packable decoy that they say looks really good and is really soft and is a lot lighter. These are not those. These are the brand that you buy, or the groups that you buy from Cabela's, and you can buy the Dakota decoys from Rogers, places like that, and you can get them in a bundle. And this is what I would suggest you do. Like Rogers Sporting Goods, if you get online, they have free shipping, and you can get these usually for about $149, $159 a dozen. And now that's with a bag and with rig 'em right weights. And so those Texas rig weights, you guys know how convenient those are. I would have loved to have been the one to have invented those, but we love those rig 'em right and Texas weighted rigs, and with a bag. So that's coming from Rogers for $159, and that's a pretty good deal if you've ever put those together. Now, you can usually find just the decoys for around $129. Those will usually go on sale. I haven't really seen them any cheaper than that, but that's a really good deal. But again, you're paying a lot of money. If you go and you buy a G&H G decoy or some Flambeau or some other cheaper version, you know you're going to spend, $50 or $60 for a dozen, but they're just not going to last. And so if you want something that's going to last in the great outdoors, you get what you pay for. And so these Dakota decoys, the bad on them is that they're heavy. The bad on them is that they're pricey. But again, you get what you pay for. And so if you want a decoy that's going to last, again, those 4-season with those flocked heads look really good, oversized, swim well in the water with a little bit of wind, I would say go with the Dakota flocked head Mallard decoys. Hey, that's our product shot for today. So glad you guys joined us, and as always, God bless, and we'll see you next time on West Kentucky Blue Collar Outdoors.